still trying to find a therapist for one of my kids. In a previous video, I had shared that I found someone after 6 months of being referred out, like someone being like, oh, I can't see someone that age, or I recommend you go to this colleague of mine. Finally met with someone. She required 3 intake appointments, very expensive intake, scheduled appointments with my daughter, and then ultimately called me and said, I can't take your daughter on as a patient because of the coordination of care. I never asked her to meet with other people. I just want my kid to have someone to help them understand their thoughts and see things from a different perspective. But she saw it as something more intense than what I perceive that we need. So yesterday we had an intake appointment somewhere else. I had texted with the therapist. Her name was Nicole, and Nicole scheduled us yesterday for 5:15. So I brought my daughter to the appointment. I actually brought my son as well because the appointment conflicted with parenting schedules. He missed visitation with his father so that I could bring her to this appointment. That's a whole other thing. So we're in the waiting room for 30, 40 minutes and nobody comes out and gets us. The main office that helped set up this appointment for me, and I asked what was going on, and they said, oh, Nicole canceled your appointment. And I'm like, I go to my text. Nicole hadn't texted me that it was canceled, and I asked what had happened, and they said, oh, she's leaving the practice, so she probably isn't taking on new patients. So I guess she scheduled our intake and then canceled it and didn't tell me. And I dragged my child, who knows I've been trying to find a therapist for her for 6 months, to this appointment, made her wait in a waiting room for 40 minutes. And then we left, and she hysterically cried in the car that as she's perceived it as a rejection. And I had to explain to her, this woman has never met you. This is a her thing, not a you thing. But why is it so hard to find a child therapist? I'm ready to take her to another state.